Well, good morning. We're back at the ditch. This morning, we're gonna try a little topwater fishing. So this is a little baby torpedo. Whoops. It has a little propeller on the back, and pretty much all it does is it just creates a little wake and splashes the water a little bit like that. Whoops, I'm scaring a lot of fish. I need to be quiet. But hopefully we'll get a fish to come up from below and eat it off the surface and get some cool footage for you guys. This should attract a bass. That's mostly what I'm targeting right now. Maybe tilapia will hit it as well. So we'll just cast along the bank. And I've always had the best success just slowly dragging it and letting it pause. When I topwater fish, I like to do it slow, just like pretty much every other way I fish. And they really usually hit it on the pause. So, see if we can get one to cooperate. My God. Oh! Well, that's what you're looking for right there. Oh, my heart's racing. I botched that. Well, we got what we came for. But, holy crap, my heart's racing. Yeah, that was probably a 5-pounder. Dang, what are you gonna do about it, you know? All right, so that top water slowed down a lot. Once the sun gets high, the fish get a little more wary. So this lure swims underneath the surface, and hopefully we'll get more bites here now. Get one of them big tilapias. Got him. What do we got here? Oh, baby tilapia. Nice. So this lure will even catch the small ones if we ever want to just mess around and catch a whole bunch of fish. But yeah, it just perfectly mimics those little guppies, and I'm sure we're gonna tear up some of these baby tilapia this morning. I wish saltwater fishing was this easy, but here you just don't have as much pressure from people fishing. Freshwater fish generally just aren't as smart, and they don't move around as much. I mean, they only have this tiny space to hide in versus the entire river to pick apart and search through to find a non-catfish fish. But this is a good way to spend the morning before we go grind it out and find a big old saltwater hoss. Alrighty, what's good with it? So we're back on the bass fishing. We're out here on a pond, or a lake, I guess. And a place I've never been before, we're in Viera, Florida. I'm gonna be throwing this topwater frog for a minute. It is noon. It's probably 100-degree heat index right now. Probably shouldn't be throwing a topwater, but I think it'd be cool to catch more bites on camera. And I don't know, I just want to try it. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw it along the cover along the banks, and I'll let you know if we hook into anything. Yeah, so the reason I don't have a lot of confidence in the topwater is because you need really aggressive fish that are gonna want to chase down their prey and eat it right on the surface. And I'm thinking in this hot weather, everything's gonna be really lethargic. So I always keep 2 baits in my pocket, one fast, one slow. And I'm gonna slow it down with the Cinco and see if these fish are sitting out deep in the bottom of the lake. This is not a very big lake, so I can bomb it to the other bank, fish the deepest part of the channel, and see what's going on out there pretty easily. So we're seeing some bass blow up out here, so I switched back to the frog. Hopefully we'll get a nice topwater blow up in a second. And there he is. Oh, he hit the top water, but it was a tiny guy. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, that's not quite the size we're looking for, but we got baby blow up. He hit it.
Oh, wow.
Small, really small. Way too small for the big bait. I'm looking for like an 8-pounder. That one was under 1. All right, I don't know if you can see that fin in the water, but that's a grass carp. It's just one of the it's like the carp in Raleigh. Just looks a little bit different, but he's just tailing in inches of water, and it's probably 3 feet long. So let's see if we can get close so I can show you what it looks like, and maybe here later we'll get some bread and try to catch him. Yeah, he's spooking off the shore as I come up. Hopefully you can see this guy. He's about to come to the surface. You see him? Giant fish. I guess I'll throw at him. I have nothing to lose. He'll probably just spook, but yeah, see, they're very spooky fish, and they only really eat like grass and stuff. That's why they're called grass carp. But they'll eat bread. I just got bit. I don't think it was by that carp, but it was probably a bass was sitting there. Dang, that was crazy. All right, we're getting some signs of life. We'll leave the GoPro on. Yeah, I should have let that fish eat longer, but I was just so amazed that I got bit right there. I wasn't expecting it, and I made a bot move. Yeah. All right, so we've got some bread, just some classic white Wonder bread. I use white bread because it's the one I like to eat, so the fish probably like it. And all I'm gonna do is tear some up. If you don't ball it up like this, it'll float, and then if you do, it'll sink to the bottom if you ball it up like that. So I'm gonna throw some with no hook on it, just chum the waters to hopefully bring them in, and then put some on this tiny panfish hook, put it out in the chum. It's pretty similar to the carp fishing we did in North Carolina, except for instead of using bread, instead of using corn, we're gonna use bread now and hopefully catch one of these big carp that are sitting around, and we'll let you know what happens.
Yeah, I think unlike the Carolina ones are big.
We got one on the bread. Feels like a heavy fish. I don't know what it is yet. I have no idea what it is, but we got some kind of catfish, it appears. Yeah. I have no idea what kind of catfish this is, but it's a beauty. I don't know. Yeah, it's some species of catfish, but I've never seen this kind before. It's very dark colored. So yeah, this is some kind of catfish that ate the bread. Yeah, it's some kind of catfish. It's pretty decent sized too, and it has some amazing colors on it. It's like marbling black. Yeah, but it's definitely like in the family of catfish, but I don't know the specific species, you know?
Yeah.
That's really pretty. Like,
It's pretty.
yeah, it's a good sized one too.
Yeah, a good size too.
That's awesome.
I've never seen this. Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you taking
But yeah, look at the mouth on it. It's got like abrasive little teeth, and he keeps like gnawing on my finger. He's got a strong bite. Ow. He's got a strong bite force. But yeah, the like marbling color on this thing is beautiful. We'll give you a better look here, get him unhooked and let her go. So here we have that catfish. Like I said, I have no idea what kind it is, so leave a comment down below if you know. But look at the color on it. It like has a marbling color, which I can't get over. It's a beautiful catfish. He just ate that piece of bread while we were trying to catch carp, and now we're gonna let her go. Woo! All right.
Here you go, buddy.
I'm so wet. That was cool. Nice, let's go get a big old grass carp now. All right, we're getting a bite on the bread again. Tighten the drag, hammer down, you know the drill. Got her, she's heavy too. I do not know what that is, but we got a fish. It's another one of them catfish. It might even be the same one.
Oh my god.
Wow. Going from never catching one to two in the same day. I guess they're just what's sitting in this lake.
Wow, that's pretty.
He swallowed the, or she swallowed the hook as well. They're really just nomming this bread down. I can tell this is a different fish though, just because the size of the mouth is a little different. It's a little smaller. This one's also not nearly as fat. But another one of these marbled catfish. Absolute beauties. So I'm gonna get her situated, get you a different angle and let her go. Alrighty, is it recording?
Yeah.
So here's that second unnamed catfish. Had to cut the hook on this one too. They were just swallowing the bait. But yeah, this one's probably about like 2.5 pounds. Last one was like a 3-pounder. Just beautiful fish. It's time for the release. Let's watch her go. Oh, ow! Look, he bit my finger. Nice. Yeah, so even when you leave the hook on them, they're clearly pretty frisky. They're still alive, so when they swallow the hook, that's why I always cut them off. And the hook will just fall out one day, so that's awesome. Hopefully we'll get a carp now.
Carp.
I don't know if you can see it there, but it's like a 3.5 foot long snake. Not really sure what kind it is, but he's just shooting across this canal. Oh, he's gonna come up on the bank, I think. Nice. He's just cruising. There he goes. Bye, buddy. All right, we just met a guy. He told me exactly how to catch these carp, and I followed his instructions. He said to float the bread out and it'll come up to the surface and eat it. And now I believe we're on a, oh, it's a giant tilapia. It's not a carp, but we got a fat tilapia on. And after this, we're probably gonna hope for a giant carp. There she is. Big old tilapia, but she got the hook in her throat and I need it.
Where's your cell phone? I take picture.
So we'll see what we can do. But here you go. That's a giant tilapia right there. A beauty. All right, and we're gonna get back in there as soon as we can. There you go. A beautiful tilapia out of North Florida. It's a fat one, really pretty. There's big carp waiting, so we'll see if we can get on one of those.